Hello, tonight I'm going to be playing a little bit of Trespasser. I'm going to start it and see how far I can get. If you're watching a later time, please consider following me. Thank you for watching. Alrighty, let's see what happens. That's some cool looking horse armor.
Another parade, another bloody negotiation.
Smiles, everyone. We must be careful how we present ourselves.
Why did Divine Victoria call the Exalted Council? She's kept Orlais from bothering us for the last 2 years.
At increasing political cost, yes. She has done all she can, but the Exalted Council has become necessary. Orlais would control us, and based on their many marriage proposals, they have specific plans for you. Our real concern is Ferelden. They would see us disbanded entirely.
Inquisitor, it has been too long. I hope the years have been kind to you.
Have you been, Mother Giselle?
I spent last summer in Empress de Lyon. distributing food sent from the exalted plains. The Dales are finally recovering.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Corypheus left a great deal of damage for us to repair. I appreciate your efforts.
And I yours, your worship. I should mention that your forces at Suladin Keep were of great help. Please give my compliments to Baron Deschedin. Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. She is currently attending to the Ferelden ambassador's concerns.
You mean Liliana?
You can probably just call her Leliana in private conversation.
You can, Inquisitor. I prefer to use her divine name. Our last divine once joked about why I insisted upon calling her Justinia. She called it my way of reassuring her that I had not completely forgotten who was in charge.
How has she done?
How do you think Divine Victoria has done these last 2 years?
It is hardly for me to say, Inquisitor.
With respect, that's never stopped you before, Mother Giselle.
Victoria has proven adept at winning allies with both her intelligence and her faith. It is a blessing in these trying times. We are lucky to have her.
I'll find her.
I'll speak to Divine Victoria.
I believe she would appreciate that, your worship. The Divine sees the good that you can do and have done. Duke Cyril will wish to greet you on behalf of Olay. I believe he is currently speaking with the Tevinter ambassador. Many of your friends have returned as well. I hope you have a chance to speak with them before the Exalted Council begins.
The Tevinter ambassador?
The Imperium sent an ambassador.
Yes, your worship. Dorian Pavas has taken the chance to return from Tevinter.
Oh, so Dorian's the ambassador now. That's cool.
I owe him my apology. I allowed my distrust of Tevinter to cloud my judgment. He took a great risk coming to help us, and deserved better treatment.
You're going to apologize? To Dorian?
I have little patience for those who cannot admit they were wrong, your worship. Myself included. I will have to make my apology somewhere public. He will want an audience for his reaction.
Which old friends?
Who has returned for the Exalted Council?
Your dwarven friend, Master Tetras. For one, I understand he spent much of the last few years in Kirkwall. I believe Sir Blackwall has returned as well, although he now uses the name Tom Ranier. Enjoy time with them while you can, your worship. I doubt you will have the chance once the Exalted Council is underway.
Thank you, Mother Giselle.
Your worship, a final question, if I may. This Exalted Council, Ferelden would have the Inquisition disband. Olay sees its power as another feather in a chevalier's helmet. What do you wish to do with the Inquisition?
I find it weird that Ferelden wants the Inquisition to disband. But I guess we'll find out why. I mean, I guess there's no more rifts, and Corypheus is gone, so I don't know what else we're really doing. Well, for right now, I'm just gonna choose this. You would disband, I agree.
You once told me about the first Inquisition that took place 800 years ago. You said that when their battle was over, that Inquisition soldiers sheathed their swords and went home. If our battle is truly over, Perhaps it's time for us to do the same.
Thank you. Maker watch over you, Inquisitor. I will not keep you any longer.
I totally changed my mind by the end.
Divine Victoria keeps close counsel on her position. The Chantry at it.
Alright, let's see where everybody is. Okay, well, Dorian and the Ferrell, the ambassador, over here, so I guess I'll just check out everybody over here. Oh, yep, Colin first.
Waiting for the right moment to wedge itself in. You there! You're to dodge, not catch. If that ball were a fireball, you'd be dead.
You found a dog.
They don't breed Mabari in Olay. The merchant said he was abandoned. Perhaps his owner's tired of the novelty.
But he's such a good dog.
Tire of you? With that positive attitude and fetching ability?
He's not supposed to fetch it.
I don't think you understand how this works.
Another Ferelden trapped at the Winter Palace. I couldn't leave him to that fate. Besides, I think he likes me.
You should show him Ferelden.
You could take him to Ferelden sometime. You should know where he came from.
I did promise my sister a visit. She might try to spoil you. Remember who you report to. The Inquisition will change after this. I'm not yet sure what that will mean. Still, I've found certainty in my life now. The Council won't change that. Marry me.
What?
I mean, will you... I had a plan, and it wasn't a dog, but you were... it doesn't matter. I've thought of little else, and I don't need a plan. Only to know if you would.
I mean, of course I will.
I would. Cullen, I will.
You will.
People will notice the Inquisitor marrying her commander in the middle of the Exalted Council.
It won't go over well. We know a few people who can keep things secret.
Oh, it's happening right now. Okay.
Just know, everything feels like it was worth fighting for.
Let's do this.
What are we waiting for?
This is the part where you make a promise.
Oh, right. I swear unto the Maker and the Holy Andraste to love this woman the rest of my days. There you are. I just realized I'm greeting my wife. I rather like this.
Is there something you need?
Yes, thank you.
I wonder if I talked to everybody first, if everybody would have come. I don't know.
The Prince of Starkhaven wrote to you again.
Of course he did. Just put that one in the pile with letters from the Merchants Guild.
And the captain of the city guard had a very colorful message for me to deliver to you as well.
Inquisitor! Andraste's ass, am I ever glad to see you?
Am I interrupting?
Am I interrupting something important?
Yes.
Which is perfect, because Bran here needed a break. This is Bran Caven. Until recently, he was the Viscount...
Provisional Viscount.
Of Kirkwall.
Oh, was he the guy from the 2? I think his name was Bran. I don't remember. He is here for the talks.
Are you here to represent Kirkwall in the Exalted Council, Viscount Bran?
Provisional Viscount, which sadly is no longer my office. I have resumed my post as Seneschal now that Master Tethras has been elected Viscount.
You're the Viscount
Wow.
of Kirkwall now.
Well, it seems
I don't
the two of
remember
you
that.
have a great deal to discuss. Why don't I just leave you to it?
So, it turns out, you fund enough reconstruction efforts in a city-state, the nobles give you the worst job they can think of.
So he just left being Viscount to be in Veilguard. And fellow Fenrir try to stop him? I guess that makes sense. It's been like 10 years after this, so... Yeah, you'll be a great Viscount.
That's fantastic. You'll make an excellent Viscount.
I think the nobility figured, after Dumar and Perrin, what's the worst that could happen if we put the dwarf in charge? They voted me in because I got the harbor and businesses up and running again. They want shit fixed, and I can do that. Anyway, I was hoping I'd catch you before the summit got underway. I got you a sort of present. It's official recognition of your title and holdings in Kirkwall. Congratulations. You're a Comtesse now.
You can't actually do that without...
Too late. Already did it. You should stop by Hightown sometime to see your estate. It's pretty nice. For Kirkwall, anyway.
Proper disposition of empty estates is supposed to...
You were leaving us to talk, remember?
Well, interesting. Is he giving us maybe Hawk's estate? I don't know what to say.
This is possibly too much, Varric. I don't know what to say.
That's nothing. Practically nothing. Don't mention it. Oh, that reminds me. It's the key to the city.
He's just pacing back and forth in the background.
Without approval from the council and a special ceremony.
It's just symbolic anyway.
It controls one of the giant chain nets in the harbor.
Really? That is so much better than I thought.
I can accept this.
You can't give me the actual key that closes Kirkwall's harbor. That's absurd.
Finally, someone with sense.
I don't know how this council thing is going to end for the Inquisition. But whatever gets decided, you've got a place lined up in Kirkwall if you want it. Also, control of the harbor, I guess? Anyway, you should meet with the diplomats. And we'll get in a game of Wicked Grace before I go back, though, right?
I wouldn't miss it.
Don't bet any public buildings this time.
Oh, interesting. So if you disband the Inquisition, then your Inquisitor can just go to Kirkwall and be like a leader there. That'd be interesting. Oh, cool.
Inquisitor, I see you have time for afternoon refreshments.
Did you know that a merchant in the courtyard is selling gemstones the same color as your eyes?
What an odd thing to say. I must see this for myself.
Nicely done.
You're useful to have around, Cole.
I still don't understand Orlesians and their masks, but it makes him happy. And I needed the table.
For breadcrumbs.
Birds like breadcrumbs.
Oh, Cole, good day. I didn't see you there.
But I saw you, as lovely as your songs.
So, you...
The world has ample pain, Inquisitor. The kindness found in Cole is rare indeed.
Her songs bring happiness to those who hear, and I can make her happy in return.
Well then, carry on.
Hello.
Oh, Sarah.
Inquisitor Herald. Glad to be back, though. Whatever it is this lot have shoved up their sleeves. Just right up in there.
That's it? It's been some time.
Well, we don't know what's what, so what's there to go on about? It's Inquisition business, innit? That's all we are. Maybe sort out how they want to mess with us. Then there'll be something to talk about. Maybe sort out how they want to mess with us. Then there'll be something to talk about.
In the sky, the fighting has begun. Shadow versus light, and who will stand when it is done? Manchester's in fright, his destiny calls. Inquisitor, your hand will rip from man before he falls. Now are the days of wine and gilded arms. Now are the days when magic is reborn. Seal up the breach, the evil is no more. Once and for all, we close the darkened door. Hurling their eyes, the battle has begun. Death becomes the ashes of the evils yet to come.
Your Worship, I'm glad you're here. Listen, I need you to keep the Chief distracted while we sneak this dragon skull through the room behind him.
This should be good.
I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes.
It's for his birthday.
I'll see what I can do, Krem.
All right, here he comes. Just keep him talking. He loves talking.
Hey, boss. Good to see you.
I sure like night enchanting.
Most mages hate the thick of battle, but I can't imagine hanging back. It's nice to get your hands dirty.
That's why I like you, boss. You swing a sword. It's a weird sword made out of magic, but still.
It'd have to be pretty distracting to not notice that happening. I haven't seen a rift in ages.
It's good to see that the Veil has largely healed, now that most of the major rifts are closed. You might think otherwise, but the Veil isn't technically a physical barrier. It's more like a magical vibration that repels the Fade.
What are they doing? I just love Ferelden politics.
Did you know that Ferelden has its own names for lords? The country is divided into Tairnirs, governed by Tairns. Inside those are cities and Arlings ruled by Arls, and then there's the Banorn. It's a large area of countryside ruled by multiple bands.
Good to know.
Isn't Arlesian history grand?
It's fascinating to see the remnants of Syrian culture here. Most of it was deliberately erased during Orlesian unification under the reign of Mafarath's son Isarath.
Uh-huh.
I think you guys should probably just give it to him early. The council may affect Delirium.
Do you think news of the Exalted Council could affect the lyrium shipments from Orzammar?
Maybe.
Surprise! Happy birthday, Chief!
Oh, you guys. You got me. Hey, boss.
I got 2 strength from straightening a picture. Must be a heavy picture.
Oh.
Is everything all right?
Yes. Well, I wanted to speak with you, and now you're here.
You seem distraught.
This seems serious.
It's not about me. It's about you. Maybe you should sit.
I can stand.
Maybe I should sit.
Okay.
Inquisitor, I want you to know that I am your friend. I will always be your friend.
Oh, well, that's...
So I hope to give you sound advice on this momentous day. Do what is in your heart, my friend, no matter what anyone might tell you.
Thank you.
That's a lovely sentiment, Cassandra.
Marriage is much more than a lovely sentiment, Inquisitor.
Marriage?
Cullen is not hard on the eyes, I'll give him that. But if you truly intend to... You're not proposing to anyone. I am going to kill Varric. Why do I believe everything he says? Why?
Oh, that's... What a weird option. Am I supposed to... I mean, is this heart meant to be about Colin? I guess I'll do it. You missed the wedding.
Cullen and I already eloped.
You did? Here in the palace? Oh, the garden would be perfect for a wedding. Being Inquisitor has brought you good things. Many good things. But only a few have been by your choice. Take what happiness you can from those and do not let them go. That is all I meant to say. Advice from a friend for the days to come. How did Varric, of all people, become the Viscount of Kirkwall? A mystery for the ages.
Is there something you need?
I don't think they knew.
Oh my.
A pair of paddles. It's weird. Oh, I think the Vimar prison was where Corythius was imprisoned, I think. Oh, it's good he survived his joining. But it's gonna be so weird that like none of the wardens we knew from any of these games is gonna be in Veilguard. Like, it's just so... I mean, particularly not Blackwall, because he can just not be one, or dead, or something, I'm sure. So, it just seems so weird that none of the decisions, but like 3 major ones, are gonna matter. Like, I just particularly don't really think I understand how the warden from Origins wouldn't be involved. At least Alistair. But whatever, I'll give Velgar a chance and see what the story's like.
Fashionably late. I thought you weren't gonna show.
I would have let you know.
I gave you my word we would talk, and I never break my word.
Easy there. I was just teasing. So tell me everything that happened while I was away. And Geralf strolls up, hands filled with ripe squashes, and says, "Sir, I must report that it was an utter boondoggle." Maybe you had to be there.
This new life suits you.
It's good to see you fitting in.
It has its warts, that's for sure. But this life feels right. Like it's where I'm supposed to be. Anyway, it's nice to be back. Though I'm not sure what to think of this council. The Wardens will be missing me. But they aren't going to keep me away from a friend who might need my sword arm.
Let me try.
Your aim is atrocious. I'm embarrassed for you.
Think you can do better? Inquisitor?
Alright, looks like I just have to find Josephine. I've talked to everyone.
I don't know.
Why am I finding so many expensive dog treats? I guess I'm supposed to give them to my new dog, but it's quite a lot.
handle this.
Oh, she's still raising ducks.
It's been quite a day so far, has it not? I've been speaking with representatives from everywhere.
Have they given you trouble?
Not at all. It is quite alarming. It means they are all saving themselves up for later. Would you walk with me? I should like to take some air before the Exalted Council becomes inescapable. The palace has been most accommodating. We are, after all, here at their insistence, but the ministers may... No. No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
Ha! You scheduled a friendly chat.
Is this in your daily notes? 3 to 4 o'clock, idle chat with the Inquisitor.
Of course not. Not precisely. The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight, to which I may be able to find a pair of invitations.
You'd like me to go with you?
Very much so. In all the years you worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
That's a good point.
Perhaps you're right. These meetings and talks don't allow for much leisure time.
And then back to Skyhold without a moment's pause to take in where we are. With all that's been happening, I promised myself a single evening out. I'd very much like to go with a friend.
Doing what exactly?
And what is this small entertainment?
Something to ease our minds. I would very much like to surprise you with the details.
I'd love to go with you.
Thank you for thinking of me. I'd be delighted to attend.
Splendid. I will arrange things at once. The past years have been so busy. We have earned at least a few moments of rest.
A calm night out sounds...
Impossible.
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
Yeah, what just happened?
Was the woman in gold playing a king? Who was the man in feathers?
Oh, it's all very simple. The first actor's mask is determined by... well, I will lend you the program guide. But tell me, did you enjoy the performance?
It was amazing.
That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Truly.
That part with the glittery, and they actually set fire to... Yes, I truly enjoyed it.
Then I call tonight a great success. Oh, look! The encore signal! I do hope you recovered from your night at the opera. Any ear-ringing should go away in a day or two.
Oh, I didn't find Vivian. Where is she? Huh. I guess she just blended in.
It's true.
Such changeable weather this season.
Oh, I get a constitution for each one. Wow.
It's good to see you.
I don't know.
It's good to see you.
Pleasure.
Hello? What the heck was that?
What is this now?
Such changeable weather this season.
I should look around.
Darling, you made it. Excellent. I scheduled this appointment ages ago, and they do appreciate punctuality.
Appointment?
With the Imperial Garden Spa, of course. You work so hard, my dear. I wanted to treat you.
Sounds like fun.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Of course it is, darling. That's the only kind I have.
What are the cheese wheels for?
It pains me that you even have to ask. You've clearly been living too long in barely civilized conditions.
Did you hear something?
Freaking Sarah.
Relax, darling. It's spa day. How have you been? It seems ages since we've spoken. How are things with our dear Commander Cullen?
Things are good.
Things are excellent. Thank you for asking.
I'm glad to hear it. You've done so much, darling. You deserve to be happy.
What have you been up to?
You must be keeping very busy.
Someone has to keep the mess that's been made of Thaddeus's institutions of magic from flying apart. Don't you feel better, my dear? This place really does work miracles.
What happened?
Darling, it's spa day. Don't fret. You'll undo all the good they've done. Come along, Inquisitor. They have other appointments, you know.
She just threw meat all over the floor.
Darling, what can I do for you?
must be here.
All these fountains are pretty. Well, that's interesting. Am I supposed to be seeing something particular? Oh, there's a tear.
Where is that servant?
Ole is on your side, Lord Parvis. The Inquisition support is not a thing to lose lightly.
Which is why the Orlesian court is circling it with a net and collar? But you'll have to excuse me. I see an old friend I must greet. Inquisitor, how long has it been? Don't actually tell me. I despise feeling old. It's good to see you, my friend.
It's good to see you.
You arrived ahead of me. I hope all's well.
It's everything I expected. We've been spared the burden of surprise. Orlais wants the Inquisition tamed, Ferelden wants it gone, the Chantry meddles, and Tevinter sends but one ambassador. That's me, by the way. A reward for my interest in the South. Thankfully, Ambassador Pavis is a token appointment. Call on me as you like.
Inquisitor, Duke Cyril Montfort, member of the Council of Heralds and Lord of Chateau Haine. I have long followed your work. It is extraordinary.
Is that sentiment shared by the rest of the court?
Of course. Ole wishes only to offer respectful guidance to the Inquisition.
You disagree with them?
Does your grace feel the Inquisition should continue to rule itself?
I would rather see the Inquisition join us freely than be carved into pieces for the chessboard. I have not forgotten Justinia's death. I had friends who perished at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. More than the good you have done, it is a good we may do together I don't wish to lose. Whatever happens, Inquisitor, I wish you well.
So is Veilguard 8 years after this DLC? Or is it 10 years after this DLC? So it's either the 50th year or the 52nd year. They keep doing time jumps like every 10 years. They've only got like a couple more games. Well, I guess 4, but still. That's not too much if it's a series. Actually pretty interesting if they made like the last game in the series like the Ur Dragon like 99, and then at the end of it they're like, we're naming the next stage, what's gonna be? That's a whole new series. I mean, I guess Liliana must count as the last old friend to meet up with, because I'm pretty sure I talked to everybody else.
Divine Victoria, am I interrupting?
Of course not, Inquisitor. I was catching up with Redcliffe's Arl. He's here to represent Ferelden at the summit.
Inquisitor, good to meet you.
How is Redcliffe?
How are things in Redcliffe, my lord?
Blessedly quiet. The mayor conveys his greetings. Redcliffe remembers its savior.
I won't take much time.
I'll try not to keep you from more important matters.
Very well. We'll continue this later, your perfection.
Many are frightened of the Inquisition's power, but I will do all I can to allay their fears.
How can I help?
Is there anything I can do to make your job easier?
Explore the grounds. Let yourself be seen. The delegates need to put a face to the legend. I have much to do, but let me say this. I may no longer be your spy master, but I am always here if you require.
I'm glad you finally arrived, Inquisitor. The Crown's anxious for news.
And your thoughts on Ferelden's position?
The breach is long gone, yet Skyhold's army remains. Ferelden can't continue to ignore soldiers on its borders.
Yeah, we're just kind of like a stationary army. I understand the fear.
The Inquisition has grown. I can see how its presence might cause concern.
Then you understand why we must demand a reduction of your military forces. A power without allegiance to either Ferelden or Orlais? Even I see neither of our countries can let it rest. I won't keep you longer. We'll have words enough when the Exalted Council begins.
Okay, who did I miss talking to? I mean, obviously somebody's not here, but can't really talk to them.
Will you walk with me? The first time I came to the Winter Palace, I was only 18. I was dazzled. Such rich hangings, splendid marble columns, more golden lions than I could count. It's all still here, still bright, but I no longer see that same palace.
You sound sad.
And that makes you sad?
It is easier on the heart to just see gilding. Now all I see are hands rubbed raw to make gold gleam, tears shed in the night over silk embroidery. Others overlook them and forget their pain, but I am divine and I cannot be blind. They seek to tear the Inquisition down. You feel it, no? Fear.
But we have so many friends.
Have we not made enough allies?
If friends were easily made and kept, we wouldn't need diplomacy. Our allies can be cordial to our faces and still dread the future. They are afraid of nothing so much as the hand that directs it all.
Mine.
Already your actions have begun to reshape Thedas. Your influence is felt everywhere. It was only a matter of time before they moved. I'm surprised it took this long. The Inquisition's time is coming to an end.
Yeah, as of right now, I agree.
The Inquisition has done enough, more than enough. Maybe it's time for us to lay down our swords and go home.
We set out to restore peace, and now peace is upon us. You and I have come so far through the darkness together. It is time for us both to live in the light. But whatever you decide, I will be honored to stand beside you. Such a changeable weather this season.
Same old. As the most eloquent dwarf you know, Sparkles...
Speech! Speech! Way too much speech.
Varric, there's really no need.
What's going on?
Inquisitor! You're just in time. Sparkles, the Imperium doesn't deserve you. Or want you. It may even kill you. But we'll miss you. If it counts. And you didn't know. Okay, folks. Time to take the party elsewhere.
Tama never wanted any. I swear.
Leave him.
It's true. When the Exalted Council has ended, I'm going back to Tevinter. For good, this time.
Oh, I guess he was only there temporarily. I understand.
Tevinter needs someone like you.
My father is dead. Assassinated, I believe.
Oh, that's sad.
This morning. A perversely cheerful letter congratulating me on assuming his seat in the Magisterium. We only met a few times while I was home. He didn't say anything about keeping me as his heir. This ambassadorship, his doing, I'm told. He must have wanted me away when the trouble began. I have to go back.
So they put this in, and then we're going to Tevinter in Veilguard, and it's not going to matter, like, if he shows up. Is the Inquisitor going to, like, react? Or Doran going to react? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Hopefully they have something. I'm sorry about your father.
I know it was complicated, but I'm sorry about your father.
Thank you. It still doesn't feel real.
What will you do in Tevinter?
So you'll truly be a Magister?
Oh, yes. I can't wait to degrade the Magisterium with my presence. A new outfit is required.
And then what?
I find my father's killers and kill them back. Then I find those giving Tevinter a bad name and kill them. They're most likely the same people, so that should make the job easier.
That's still probably a lot of people. I could help you.
You'll need help. I could go with you.
Not this time, my friend. I won't be entirely without support. Maeveris has gathered other magisters who feel as we do. We'll be an actual faction in the Magisterium. I'll teach them manners, take them shopping. It'll be fun.
Oh, I think she's from one of the comics or something. I didn't read any of the comics. I wish you well.
I wish you safe travels, and the best of luck.
Oh, I'll need it, thank you. Magisters are tricksy bastards. A present. A going-away present. It's a sending crystal. Amazing what friendship with the Inquisition gives you access to. If I get in over my head, or you're overwhelmed with sorrow for lack of my velvety voice... Magic. What? You didn't think I would just leave and you'd never hear from me again, did you? You are my dearest friend. Perhaps my only friend. That will never change, no matter where we are. Now let's finish the good wine before the others get back.
Oh, I think the others are friends with you too. You were drinking tea and I wasn't even here. All right, let's see what happens.
Thank you, Your Holiness. Now, Artigan, as to your concerns...
The Inquisition established an armed presence in Ferelden territory. You outright seized Caer Bronach in Crestwood.
We only helped restore order.
Our goal was to keep more Ferelden citizens from dying, not to seize power.
Your help was appreciated 2 years ago, Inquisitor. Now order has been restored, yet you remain. Invading under pretext of restoring order is exactly what the Grey Wardens did to us centuries ago, and we exiled them. Now the Inquisition is doing the same thing with Grey Wardens in their ranks.
Your concern is ill-founded. The Grey Wardens have proven their worth time and again.
Of course Orlais tolerates this interference. The Inquisition is the only reason Selene still has the throne.
Rest assured, Tegan, the Empire of Orlais will not stand idle if the Inquisition oversteps its bounds. Unlike Ferelden, however, Orlais understands that these were the well-intentioned mistakes of a young organization.
An organization in need of a guiding hand. Yours, no doubt.
Pardon me, Inquisitor. Divine Victoria wishes to speak with you in private.
But she's right there.
The Divine Victoria? Who is sitting just up there?
Yes, and who was once your spy master. It's a pressing matter, your worship.
Oh, what's the difference? Please pardon me, everyone.
My apologies. An urgent matter has come to my attention. Ambassador Montillier, can you handle this for a short while?
Of course, Inquisitor.
This is highly irregular.
Perhaps it would be best if we took a short recess. The guard said we should both see this. I believe she was correct. A Canary warrior in full armor. How did he get into the Winter Palace?
Would Iron Bull know?
Would the Iron Bull know anything about this? I asked, and he is as surprised as we are. Since becoming Talvashov, he has had no contact with his people. He seems frustrated at not knowing more.
What can you tell me?
So, what would the left hand of the Divine see when she looked at this? This is a warrior, not a spy. Part of the Antam, the Kenari military. Most of his wounds come from a fight against someone using magic, but at least a few are from a blade. He was badly hurt, separated from his allies, and made it here before he died. But how?
We should investigate.
We need to find out what's going on. Can Josephine manage the diplomats while I look around?
She will be fine. It's all speeches and posturing for the first few days anyway. I will extend the recess as long as possible. I will also have our friends ready themselves for battle if need be.
You think that's likely?
I think the Exalted Council may be more exciting than we expected.
His armor is pretty interesting. Almost looks like it's woven.
Please move along. There is nothing to see here.
It looks like he came down over the railing.
If this is some sort of Orlesian trick, I'll have your hide.
It's good to see you.
I do like that in Veilguard they're gonna have like a little light outside their room, so you can tell when they want to talk to you. That's a lot better than the last couple of games where you're just like, God, do I have to talk to them again? What about now? What about now? Do they have something new to say? Oh, well, that's not good. Just want to enter it all by myself, sure. I do like that card they gave him after. I don't know, maybe it makes sense to bring Iron Bull.
This is the crossroads. Morrigan brought me here while showing me the alluvians.
Where did you guys come from? No, it just leads to another one. This is a pretty cool area, the crossroads. I guess we'll find out more about it in Veilguard.
Judging by the bloodstains, he tried to get through here.
What's wrong? That one doesn't like you?
This mirror doesn't look broken, but it's inactive. Maybe there's a way to unlock it.
Anything over here? Oh. There's multiple ones to go through. I don't remember any of this, so.
The blood trail leads to this mirror.
Right. Let's see where this guy came from.
What happens if I go in the other one first? I'll just save to be sure.
We wanted to go, but still, not bad.
Oh, interesting. We're in somebody's library. She has to find a way back to the surface of the moon. That's interesting. Okay, so he brought the mirror. And that's why we can get through.
Oh look! More demons for us to clean out!
Don't mind me, I'm just back here healing my character. Well, that's a nice little side area. Glad I went there. Alright, let's see what's through here.
Elven ruins. I'm not sure we're even in Orlais anymore.
I mean, probably not. These mirrors went everywhere all over the continent, so. Oh, there's another dead Kunari warrior.
Another Kunari, dressed like the one in the Winter Palace.
He's Karashok, a foot soldier. Must have been in the same squad. Oh, this is gonna be fun. The old team together again to kick some ass.
Right behind you, Tiny. Try not to completely obscure the battlefield.
Oh, wow. What just happened there? Okay. Can I just not get through here right now? Okay, I guess not. Okay.
Scorch marks everywhere.
Yeah, they
This
got
is the work of a
turned to
mage.
like ass statues.
I can still feel the heat crackling.
We need to find out why these Kunari were here and who did this to them.
I mean, I don't even actually care about this chest. I just don't. I'm not even sure why I came back. I'm trying to focus on the story. I don't really care about all the extra weapons and stuff. Onwards into the next mirror.
Over there, Kunari. If we want to know why they're here, we've got to get across to that island.
Where are we? It's pretty here. Hello.
The elves bound a spirit here. It feels old. Very old.
What does it want?
It definitely says something about Fenrirol. Yes, I will listen to the Well of Sorrows.
I think I know what to say. Milana de Thabarin. Rivas, Vir Anaris.
Rivas means freedom, I believe.
Seemed to work. What did you say?
It was part of a ritual. A secret greeting from those Fenrirel trusted. If Mithal's Well of Sorrows knew this, were they close? Friends or... I'm not sure.
Well, he was definitely sad when he yoinked her spirit out, so... I guess they were friends. Possibly more. I wonder if he knew who killed her. Was it him? Did he kill her original body? Because in the actual main game they said she was murdered, and then her spirit was floating around, and then it found Flemeth when she wanted to make a deal in her tower. I hope we get more about that in Veilguard. That'd be pretty cool to have a flashback to how Mythal died.
That was like Veilfire. It claimed this was a refuge for elven slaves.
You mean the ancient elves kept slaves? Maker's breath. One more thing never to tell Daisy.
This whole valley was a sanctuary created by the Dreadwolf Fenrirel.
Fenrirel? The Dalish elves' god of misfortune.
I guess, like, we as the players are the only ones that know about Fenrirel. Oh, the Inquisitor only knows that he left the party. Well, that's an interesting picture. I was gonna say that's just gonna kill me, so... I guess I'll just go in here.
That illuvian only took us a short distance. That's the same lake we saw from the other tower.
Good for moving around a city, visiting friends, deploying guards.
I guess we're supposed to drop down from up there to get that.
Cuts all over the back. He was killed by surprise.
This can't have happened too long ago. The blood's not even dry.
Well, yeah, they probably didn't know the password, so these guys killed them. Oh, so Fenrir was just freeing slaves, and he was like, I do not want to be worshipped. No, thank you.
This is Fenrir helping former slaves as a mortal, not a god.
Kinda curious that this guy had to specify he wasn't a god.
Ordinary guy saves people, accidentally founds religion. Sounds a lot like the chant, actually.
Fenrir sounds like quite the rebel. The old elven gods must have simply loved that. Here we go again. What a change of pace from the Winter Palace. A clear sky, a beautiful view, and yes, fields and fields of stripweed as far as the eye can see.
Stripweed?
Terrible stuff. Looks like grass, stings like a knife, and causes sores if you so much as brush against it. So, of course, everyone in Menrathus insists it makes a very decent tea.
Really? I just jumped down here for some gold. I wouldn't have bothered.
So, we're getting the band back together. That's exciting.
Don't tell me the Viscount of Kirkwall misses skulking around and shooting people.
You've never been to the Viscount's Keep, have you, Sparkler? Spend 2 hours there and you'll be glad to be shot at.
don't know how these people are finding their way through this place, because I would have been totally lost and died of starvation. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, people with magic would seem super powerful to people without magic, so they were never gods in the first place.
This claims the elven gods were just Evanuris, powerful, but completely mortal mages.
Whoever ran this place was trying to rebuild the slaves' confidence. Get rid of old propaganda.
If that's true, Fenrirel was teaching these free...
Everything okay?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. It stopped at least. This looks like it fits into that pedestal by the broken bridge.
Yeah, it's probably not good that the anchor is constantly glowing now.
This place is creepy.
Here we go, all the way back to the beginning. Oh, I went all the way back to the beginning. It's hard to play when you're tired.
Ari.
The Inquisition doesn't leave alive.
What just ran by back there? A holla? I guess this is where the free people used to stay.
Why did those Kunari attack the Inquisition on sight?
No idea. They weren't Talvashoth, though. This might be a rogue group, but they think they're following the Qun.
That's Sven Harel, removing the face markings from a Dalish elf.
Isn't this place older than the Dalish?
Maybe the markings used to have a different meaning.
Oh, they were slave marks. I think that's a puzzle, I just don't care. Oh, he's looking at that one. I was talking about the painting on the wall. I'm like, oh, okay. It's the actual statue.
Wooden weapons. These freed slaves actually fought back against the Evenurus, posing as goths.
Interesting word, Evenurus. If all it means is mage leader, well, they were basically magisters.
So that's where the Avengers got it from.
This letter says the Kunari came to these ruins because the Alluvians connect to Halam Shiral.
So they're aiming for the Winter Palace.
It was some sort of infiltration. There's no more details.
This is crazy. They're acting like we're at war.
Are they?
I don't know, boss. I wish I did.
Let's look for anything that explains why the Kunari came here before we go.
don't know what I'm missing exactly. I checked like everywhere I could hit the check. Are you serious? I looked in here. Okay, well I found it. That's all that matters. Oh, I wonder who this masked and cloaked mage could be.
A note about an unknown intruder coming through an alluvion. They turned spirits against us, then fled.
It must be a mage. They killed any Kunari in the way and let the spirits do the rest.
Two parties then. The Kunari, and a mystery agent determined to stop them.
One dead Kunari was bad enough. Now we have more, and they're hostile.
This makes no sense. The Kunari may not be friendly to the Inquisition, but they have no reason to attack us.
They also have no reason to be here, or using illuvians at all.
I've had the mirror placed under guard for now, Your Holiness.
Cullen, please just call me Liliana.
Yes, Your... Liliana.
I had hopes for the Council.
I just wanted the Exalted Council to go smoothly.
We must ensure that the Kunari do not disrupt the negotiations. The Exalted Council is in a very delicate state.
I'm certain you can soothe the nobles' ruffled feathers while we solve the real problem.
Not when the Inquisitor insults everyone present by walking out in the middle of the talks. Our only advantage is that Orlais and Ferelden are divided in goal and grievance. If they unite against us, Divine Victoria will have no choice but to support their claims. We could lose everything.
Yeah, I know you can do this.
I know we're asking a lot of you, Ambassador. I promise we won't make this any harder for you than necessary.
My apologies. I will attend to the Exalted Council.
And while Josie does that, we will investigate.
We, Your Holiness?
You do, Josie?
I'll head back to the crossroads. We need to find out what the Kunari are doing and why they attacked.
And I'll have a quiet word with our honor guard.
The Council.
Everything going all right so far?
What's the deal with Bran?
So, Bran used to be Viscount, and now he just follows you around?
Provisional Viscount.
Pretty much.
With a permanent appointee finally in the Viscount's office, I am free to return to my post as Seneschal.
He means my true calling is arrogantly telling people they can't talk to the Viscount. He's good at it, too.
No fan club today?
I'm surprised no one from the Council of Heralds wants your autograph.
You just missed them. Duke Cyril keeps asking me for spoilers from my next book.
How did you become a Viscount?
I don't understand how you just become a Viscount.
When the ruler of a Marcher state dies and there's no heir, the nobles of the city pick a new ruler. Only none of Kirkwall's nobles actually want the throne. Most of them think it's cursed, actually. They can't leave it empty, though, or some other state like Starkhaven or Ansburg will probably invade. I complained about the empty office when it interfered with my reconstruction efforts. They took that as volunteering.
Of course they did.
We'll talk more another time.
I'll be here if you need me. Everything going all right so far?
We'll talk more another time.
I'll be here if you need me.
Maker, you're a lovely sight.
Maybe everybody has something new to say. How is your family?
Is there any news from Ferelden? How is your family?
My sister Mia keeps me informed. As I understand, she's training my nephew to best me at chess.
I'm glad they're well.
All good news, then.
Not all, but most of it is, and that's good enough. Mia is eager to see you again, when there's time, of course.
Oh, so I have gone to visit his family. That's nice. Liliana's back.
Have you had a chance to speak with Leliana? Away from work, I mean.
Some, yes. Liliana has kept in contact, unofficially of course, but it's good to see her again. Arguing with her in person is far more satisfying.
Back at the Winter Palace. We're still there.
Do you remember the first time we came to the Winter Palace?
All too well. I've already answered a half-dozen questions about my personal life. The reason we're here is because we made a difference. That's worth enduring the political small talk.
Well, you won't have to worry about marriage proposals anymore. I'll save you.
But you're still glad I'm here to rescue you.
Very much so.
Is there anything to report?
Is there anything I should know?
We were permitted soldiers here, but our every move is watched. Some things never change.
I should go.
Inquisitor?
Divine Victoria?
Please don't. It would be nice to just be Liliana again for a few days.
Of course, most holy.
As you command, most holy.
How are your nugs?
Tell me about your nugs. Did you get any new ones?
Oh yes, a litter was born just a month ago. We are weaning them right now. If you are hoping for one, I'm afraid they're already spoken for.
Do you miss the Inquisition?
Do you miss being our spy master?
I think I miss the people more than the work. Josie, Cullen, I didn't notice how much I liked having them near until they weren't. We're right, of course, but it's not the same.
What news have you heard?
Have your agents any news I should hear about?
There is activity in the Tirashan. Strange elves, like those at the Temple of Mythal. No news of Solus, however.
Perhaps later, Leliana.
I'll be right here if you need anything.
Always afraid to mingle.
Darling, what can I do for you?
Let's discuss the new divine.
I wanted your opinion of how Divine Victoria is working out.
Leliana is managing to hold the Chantry together, just barely. Likely your influence.
How's the circle?
There are things for the Circle of Magi.
If you call it the Circle while they're in earshot, you'll never hear the end of it, my dear. The College of Enchanters is a ridiculous mess, but it's still a useful institution for training mages.
We'll talk another time.
What are they up to?
Quite the party, wasn't it? I hear it left the Orlesians and Fereldans completely aghast. Andraste's herald, the Inquisitor, toasting a Tevinter Magister. Not a bad scandal to leave on.
So you're an ambassador?
What is this ambassadorship about exactly?
I believe my father set it up, but the Imperium certainly didn't object. They'd love for the Inquisition to fall apart. So they're happy if it seems they consider this council a waste of time.
That makes no sense.
No? If Dread Tevinter actually pushed for the Inquisition's end, everyone else would disagree on principle. So they send a nobody pariah and hope for the best. Makes perfect sense to me.
You've been gone a long time.
What did you do in Tevinter while you were away?
I went home. Twice. Father was only there once. Mother was drunk both times. I also went to Carinus to see my good friend Maeveris. Then I settled some of Alexis's affairs. That wasn't fun.
Any thoughts on the council?
Any thoughts about the Exalted Council?
A few. Divine Victoria needs a new tailor for one. From the paintings of Leliana in that enormous robe, you'd think she was pregnant. Could cause a delicious scandal. As for this whole Exalted Council business, well, I warned you once that no one would thank you for saving the world. Sadly, I'm always right. So long as the Inquisition's around to remind them they're not really in charge, they'll never sleep comfortably. Whether they have the guts to take action, I suppose we'll see.
Another time.
I look forward to it.
Need me for anything?
How are the wardens doing?
What is it like, being a warden now?
Things are in upheaval. There have been heated arguments about the future of the Order. I wouldn't be surprised if we tore ourselves apart.
Okay, so that might factor into Veilguard. But I guess our characters from previous games will be off in some other area, so we won't have to interact with them without our choices mattering. This is a bit of a reunion.
It's It's nice to have everyone back in the same place again.
I have to admit I missed it. What does it mean when we need a huge diplomatic talk or the world ending just to bring us together? I got the chance to have a few drinks with Sarah. Miss that girl. It's still a little awkward talking to Cassandra, but the commander appears to have forgiven me, finally.
Well, that's good. Thoughts on the council?
What do you think's going to happen at the Exalted Council?
Maker, I have no idea. Politics always makes my head spin. The Inquisition shouldn't have to give in whenever some prissy noble gets their knickers wedged somewhere.
Until later.
Take care.
Your hand hurts. A heartbeat, not yours, hammering the beat of a song in its final verse. I'm sorry.
Well, that's ominous.
Rainier. It still hurts, but you helped make it better. He can mend it now. They made bodies from the earth, and the earth was afraid. It fought back, but they made it forget.
Oh, is he talking about the Titans? Somebody created the Titans. The elves created the Titans?
Sometimes the cow takes your gold. Her name is different now. Victoria. The old name slips away further each time. She's glad you're here. The spirits have fled, flying, fluttering, fast to the farthest fade. They're afraid of the veil tearing again. Barefaced but free, frolicking, fighting, fierce. He wants to give wisdom, not orders. The guardian spirit stayed, not bound, but biding, because he asked. He knows how to speak, so spirits listen. It always had a soul. The question is the answer. He died in the darkness so a blue rose could bloom. She killed the girl to save herself. She thinks about the eyes going black. A weapon is an order, not a gift. It was the same boy. His mother on the ship, his father in their homeland. He grew up lonely. Or didn't. Hello. He did not want a body, but she asked him to come. He left a scar when he burned her off his face. Hello. He broke the dreams to stop the old dreams from waking. The wolf chews its leg off to escape the trap. His friend had to die because he thought they were people. A slow arrow breaks in the sad wolf's jaws. Hello. Being this, being me, it's harder, but better. I like me. Meriden laughs at things I say.
Hello, and shh. I'm trying to figure out why everyone is acting so weird. I mean, besides because Canary assassins and everything. You see it, right? There's something going with the elf servants. Makes sense after that ruin, right?
Still suspicious of elves?
When you start going on about elves, it's hard to tell if it's about them or you.
Yes, you're ever so clever. Arse. Point is, the servants have no complaints. No asking for a Jenny. They serve this lot, but don't want them done for anything.
So, the nobles are nice, and the servants are happy?
Two things that have never been true. Mark that I said it. We're fighting Canary, but something else is on the up.
Thoughts on elven creators?
I suppose you've a lot to say about that elven ruin. About the creators.
They're not even demons. Just big magey knobs punching down. And yes, the shits who use them to make me feel broken can still eat it. But always waiting for that fight is way too much work. It's like doing half the hurt for them. Maybe we're old now, but I'm tired of it. We've new fights to look forward to. We always do, seems like.
Thoughts on the Inquisition?
It's been a couple of years. How's everything sitting with you?
It's weird meeting back up and seeing everyone get their grey. First time I've been anywhere long enough to get fond of things. Leliana's friendly when she wants to be. My people sometimes do things for her, like I do for you. All that blood and thunder just so everyone can live well an hour once around. Good lesson, I suppose, if there had to be one.
We'll talk later.
Count on seeing you, yeah?
Wish I hadn't burned all my contacts with the Ben Hasrath. Be nice to have some idea what they're doing right now.
Yeah, but then you'd be on their side, Chief.
Yes, but I'd know things. I like knowing things.
Yeah, how are the Chargers? Besides being hopelessly bad at carrying around dragon skulls.
The Chargers have been with the Inquisition for a while now. Is everyone still happy?
No complaints, Your Worship. The Inquisition's been good to us. We'd disband and join the Inquisition officially, but the Chief gets this sad dog look when we suggest it.
The loyalty is touching, Krem.
I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, boss.
Please, move along.
Of course.
Well met, Your Worship. Well met, Your Worship.
It is good to see you, my friend.
How are the Seekers?
I hear you've been rebuilding the Seekers.
Slowly, but yes. I managed to find a few of my former comrades who'd scattered to the winds. Some of them were unsuitable, and I did not ask them to return. Others felt as I did, once they read the Lord Seeker's tome. We've since recruited a few candidates who are going through training now, with full disclosure. What comes after this, I cannot be certain. I'm making it up as I go along.
You'll be fine.
I'm sure you'll be fine, Cassandra.
I need to be better than fine. I want to build something that is worthy of lasting.
The Chantry has changed.
So what do you think of the Chantry?
You ask me just to poke at me and see if I react, don't you? It is what it is. Most Holy's reforms are interesting, to say the least. I hope they last once Leliana is gone. Regardless of what I think, it could have been far worse. You and I both remember the dark times we faced. Sadly, others have far shorter memories.
About the Exalted Council.
What do you think of the Exalted Council?
They are frightened of your power, and there is no longer a hole in the sky to remind them that it was needed.
Perhaps they're right.
They might be right.
Do not say that near them unless you want to give them the scent of blood. Even so, I would wait and see where this leads. Calmer heads may yet prevail.
When has that ever been the case?
I'm an optimist. Just ask Varric.
I'll see you later.
Farewell.
Watch your tongue.
Make it.
I don't think they... Tell me, these strange spaces past the Alluvians, are they safe to explore?
I saw worse out of it.
None of it has been as bad as the nightmare in the Fade. I can tell you that.
I will take your word for it. And yet, you've accomplished so much in the calm of these past years. I wish you did not have to imperil yourself for us. Again.
I appreciate it.
I don't like to worry you, but thank you, Josephine.
You're most welcome. Tell me if there's anything I can do to help. I will do what I can here. Once the Canary are dealt with, brace yourself. The Council is just as relentless. It is good to see you. Watch your tongue.
Make it.
Alrighty, this seems like a good place to stop for now. If you're watching at this time, please consider giving me a follow. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.